I believe that if we are honest with ourselves, that the most fascinating problem in the world is who am I? What do you mean? What do you feel when you say the word I myself?
I wanna fly the train! I don't give a fuck! Oh, jeez! Hey, what's going on, bud?
¿Yo qué vio Santa Fe? Então não think it's what you think it is.
Oh, jeez! Hey, what's going on? I don't give a fuck! Oh, jeez! Hey, what's going on, bud? Yeah, you can't get out of it! Oh, jeez! Stop joining in, what's going on?
I think that I am familiar with the fact that you are going to ignore this particular problem until it swings up and bites you on the ass.
Psych, just kidding. My new catchphrase is, I don't give a fuck!
It's asking a lot to believe that the problem is going to fix itself.
Guess what, bitch?
Our technology and our numbers have both reached a state where inadvertently we can pose a danger to the global environment, especially through the atmosphere.
The whales have a 15-foot penis. Are you a pervert or something? Okay.
Now, nobody pretends we understand everything about the global climate.
I didn't cut out. You heard me. Google it yourself.
There are feedbacks, some of which you warm the Earth a little bit, and the tendency will be to further increase the temperature, so-called positive feedback.
What I'm saying is the planet's on fucking fire.
We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one we intend to win.
I don't give a fuck!
What's up, heathens? How y'all doing? And we're off to a good start. No hiccups so far. Let's see if we can keep that going. Tonight's drink of choice is a Gentleman Jack and Coke that's a little bit extra. I'm gonna need it too because tonight we're talking Satan and robots and how Satan is going to infest the robots. And so we got Dr. Crazy Ass Gene Kim tonight, who's going to be telling us how Satan is going to use technology to take over robots in the end times, along with, and he does mention this at one point, with the Tyrannosaurus Rex that's going to be stomping around the earth. That is also Satan. So Satan is going to be the T-Rex, but he's also going to be traveling through the electrical lines
Just a little
and
bit
infesting the robots. Who's your buddy did a super chat already in the intro. Way to go. So Dr. Gene Crazy Ass Kim is going to be here today to definitely let us know how all that's going to go down.
To Timothy, what the fuck ever? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I forgot to do my headset. Hold on. Eric Hamion says, is this the wrong stream? I thought it was GE, but there's no audio, or there's audio at the start. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. Who's your buddy did a super chat. Sorry, Casey, just messing with you. Huh? Oh, you got it? Okay. Dr. Crazy Ass Gene Kim's going to tell us how all that's going to be going down tonight. If you're interested in any of this crazy shit, then please stay tuned. Holy shit, look at that. I'm doing everything exactly right tonight. That doesn't happen. Quentin Van Boven says, send in my weekly tithe. GE with plain T seems weird. Got the first part of the microchip today, and now my arm is sore as fuck. You know what I saw on Twitter? And I retweeted this just before we went live. But apparently, Jaren has some friends who literally think that there's like enough metal in vaccines or some kind of metal in vaccines to cause magnets to stick to you. And he's got evidence in the form of a video where it's just this woman with her arm and they're putting a magnet on the arm and it stays where the injection site is. There's no idea whether or not that's the injection site at all, but it stays right there, but it falls off her arm on the lower parts. You want to know why? She's standing, huh? Okay, KC does at least. She's standing there with her arm at an angle. The angle is just enough up here so that it stays, but the angle the slope gets a little bit slopier down here, and it falls off. So whatever, it sticks up here just because of friction, and it falls off down there because of blah. You know, I mean, it just, I don't know. It seems like there's a very plausible explanation. Hold on. No, the notifications are on. Oh wait, hold on. There we go. There's our technical problem. Had the wrong audio device selected. Technical problems with GE. I'm so sorry about that. Good point to bring up. Lisa for Truth said, reserving my seat in Hal. By the way, is this the Gemantria dude? Gemantria? I'm not sure about that. I haven't seen him push that. But anyways, I got the sound is now working on the notifications. So I thought they were working before because I could hear them, but I didn't notice them not peeking out on the thing. Anyways, I did fix the going to hell or reserving your seat in hell thing. So now you have two different levels in which you can trigger that particular notification if you want to go to hell. There's $3.99, and this is primarily for the iOS users because they can't select 666. If you want to get the good seat on the highway to hell, you got to do the 666 one. But all the iOS users can sit and coach and do the $3.99. I expected a shitty look, but if you're on iOS, you could do $3.99 and get to go to hell. And we've the only thing that's new this week is for Skeptic Mafia members. You have a new icon that you can use. It's the robot devil from Futurama. I know I used it in there earlier. So let's see, there you go.
Listen, donating this much money only secures your seat in hell.
For some reason, the notifications aren't showing up. Let's see. Yeah, they were. Hold on. Let me see if I can. I'll refresh the cache for it and see if it. You heard it, you just didn't see it, and I hate that. But anyways, let's continue on tonight. Oh, everybody's using the devil one. Jesus, the unfollower says, "I take my mark proudly. I'm going to hell anyway. Here's mine. Well, get my merchandise." Thank you there, the unfollower. I'm not sure if it fixed it. What hasn't popped yet? There it goes.
Woo! That's for the kegerator.
Wizard of Oz says, "How much money would it take for me?
Bear money.
Would it take for me to be able to challenge the great GE to a game of MTG?"
Maybe you should quit drinking all that beer, GE.
Oh, goddamn there, Brosifas. Put your glasses back on. I'm Legacy, and you will hate my vampire deck. I got a vampire deck, too! It's got vampires, and it's got fucking flying shit in there and everything, and I'll drain the fucking shit out of you, okay? Those are the butthole vampires, I guess. Cassandra Hefton said, "I'd like to order one Satan-possessed robot, please." All right, well, first up, though, in tonight's festivities, you know what we got, right? Yes, it is shitty ass science. We're gonna answer some science shit really wrong. Hit the wrong goddamn button. Hold on. Today I learned. Woohoo! I'm especially extra tonight, just like my gentleman Jack. I haven't drank that much, actually. I had one Yelingling before I got on. Okay. Anyways, first up tonight. Oh,
Hey, I don't know if y'all know this, but every time you donate, the Lord cries.
there you go. Grendel's Rage says, "Sorry I've been missing lately." That's okay, Grendel. I mean, I don't expect everybody to watch all of my shit all the time. Okay? I'm just, or even be here all the time. I'm the only one that's required to be here all the time. You're not required. Yeah, you could go to the bedroom. I don't want you to, but I mean, if you wanted to go in there, I wouldn't stop you. You just hear me out here yelling and shit all the time. Anyways, in case you're new here to the Friday night stream, every Friday night we do a stream, and all the super chat, well, a portion of all the super chats, a portion of any Skeptic Mafia memberships for the month, and a portion of all proceeds from the channel goes to charity. This month, we're actually going to be donating to the Recovering from Religion Foundation, and YouTube just today paid out, so we're going to be donating money here soon to the Recovering from Religion Foundation. So be sure to watch out the community tab or for community posts about that donation. But thanks to everybody this month. Obviously, every single Friday we do this, the more gets contributed to the charity. So definitely come and do a super chat. If somebody on iOS could actually do a $3.99 just to make sure that the going to hell one is working, that would be awesome. But any of the super or a portion of all the super chats is going to be going to charity. And this month it's Recovering from Religion. So if you want to check them out, they're a good charity. They provide a lot of great services for the secular community out there. So definitely check them out. Hit them up if you're in need. Whether you're recovering from religion or not, if you're in need as far as a secular person goes, you can definitely go to them for help. So anyways, today I learned of Katya the bear, who was a brown bear native to Kazakhstan, who was imprisoned in 2004 after being found guilty of mauling 2 people. Katya was held in an adult prison. The bear was released from imprisonment and allowed to congregate with other bears after serving a 15-year sentence. Are bears people now? I mean, like, did I mean, what? It's an adult prison. At least put him in the zoo, or is that just a bit too much freedom for the murderous bear? I mean, honestly, the bear didn't murder anybody. The bear just went bear. I mean, how can you blame a bear for being a bear? I mean, it's not like the bear had malintent for these people. The bear was just being a fucking bear. They weren't mauled. He had knives. I could just see the bear out there. Of course, he's like in Kazakhstan, not Puerto Rico, but he's like, and that's how I got him. That's the bear talking to the other inmates in prison. Anyways, I'm glad Katya got out of jail without getting shanked. Built-in chips, that's right. All right, let's head to the next today I learned. Next today I learned that 5 DNA repair gene mutations may be part of why certain people live extremely long, greater than 105 years old. Quentin Van Boeven says GE just has a butterfly knife within reaching distance. Yes.
Woo! That's for the kegerator.
She's blaming the fact that I'm a quarter Puerto Rican. And so I just have to have my fucking butterfly knife. Hey, I don't know if you guys know this, but they're actually remaking what's that remember I told you about it one day on the way back from the house. It's the play that's based on Romeo and Juliet.
2 Timothy, what the fuck ever? Shut the fuck up.
No, not Romeo and Juliet. It's the one about the Puerto Ricans and Italians in New York. And they're remaking it. Let's see. Huh? No, not in the Heights. West Side Story, yes. Shit. West Side Story, they're remaking West Side Story, so that's gonna be interesting. Thank you so much, everybody that knew exactly what I was talking about when I described it as Puerto Ricans and Italians. I'm not sure what nationality the girl is. I know that Puerto Ricans are definitely involved.
I grew up in Italian.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways. All right. So I'm not sure which gene mutations. It doesn't really matter. I can't CRISPR the fuck out of myself and live long. I've got diabetes. There's no way I'm living like over 105 years. That would be ridiculous, especially with my fat ass. All right, and this is actually cool this week. A research team trained people to use a robotic extra thumb and found that they could effectively carry out dexterous tasks like building a tower of blocks, so playing Jenga, with one hand. The researchers report that participants trained to use the thumb also increasingly felt like it was part of their body. I want a third fucking thumb. I want that I mean, I want to be able to just walk around with like one hand tied behind my back and like do everything that I can normally do.
Drinking all that beer, GE.
You know, I don't give a shit. I'm still drinking, all right? I'm a functioning alcoholic, I guess. No, I'm not an alcoholic. Michael W. Roble says if these technical problems continue, we might be asking to see your sheepskins here soon, Mr. Pewter Man. Lisa for Truth says, I only have 2.5G. Does that mean the magnet will only half stick? Yes, it's a half-ass sticking magnet. Dave Lee says, bear money. Nah. Okay. Thank you guys so much for all those super chats. So that very interesting thing. I still want a third thumb. Like, I'm not gonna let this go. I need a third thumb now. need and want are very different things? Yes, honey, they are. All right. Yeah, yes, you do, honey. There's a whole like half of the house that hasn't it isn't full of like boxes. Yes, we are. All right, so in the comments, which I didn't sing the song, I need to do like a little animation for it or some kind of shit. But comments of the day: prepare to face palm yourself in the next week. All right, so today the self-hating Jew is telling me that I'm a fat piece of shit. Wait a second, honey, I'm fat? Why wasn't I
That's
told?
for the kegerator.
I mean, come on. How can you let me go this long without telling me that I'm a fat piece of shit? Everybody on the internet tells me? Well, fuck me. I should have listened to them because obviously they're right. I got fucking B cups. Stop eating Twinkies and burritos. I don't know why people think I just eat burritos all the fucking time. Or Twinkies. Yeah. Anyways, if you want to criticize... Huh? No, if you want to criticize me for something, criticize me for eating too much chicken. Because I definitely eat that shit all the time. I used to eat a lot of steak for a while. But, you know, that was just one of those things that I went through. Anyways, thank you, self-hating Jew, for reminding me that I'm fat. Yeah, I can't forget the piece of shit part. That's an important part right there. Mike Thole says, hell yeah, third thumb, you guys. And cheers. Also, I feel like living to 105 would suck. I mean, listen, you live to 105, you live in a retirement home, and you get to shit yourself without feeling bad about it. I mean, I really don't see the downside to it. Cadence! Annoying, interrupting super chat because, according to KC, they're only done by the worst people.
Woo! That's for the kegerator.
Now say my name. Oh, yeah. Hey. Well, okay, yes. So you have to donate at least $2 in order to write a message. The $1, I don't think that you actually get to write a message. Yeah. So you got to do at least $2 for me to say your name, but you paid $5. What's the joke now? Booyah! Yeah. Anyways, so Matthew Rajesh,
Just a little bit of money.
yeah. Somebody, random person, just did $1. I don't know who in the fuck it was. Thank you, Cadence. Anyways, Matthew Rajesh says that the proof of the resurrection is the Shroud of Turin. He had a long diatribe laying out exactly why that is proven.
Maybe you should quit drinking all that beer, GE.
The unfollower says, no, you just have a sexy beer bod. Interestingly enough, I have to drink the light beers, so that's definitely not the reason why I'm a fat ass. But carb reasons, that's right. Quentin says, I'll take a seat at the front, please.
Listen, donating this much money only secures your seat in hell.
There you go. Quentin's going to hell officially. I'm sorry you got to sit and coach, but I mean, that's because you're on iOS. Let's be fair. Anyways, so Matthew Rajesh had a whole list of reasons as to why the Shroud of Turin proves the resurrection. Now, I didn't include that in here because obviously I'm not going to read all that shit. We got a whole show to do here tonight. But the Shroud of Turin is a like 13th century forgery of the like what they thought was supposed to wrap Jesus up, like the cloth or whatnot. So So yeah, there's nothing on the cloth that actually dates to the first century. It all dates back to the 13th century. So there's no way that could have been
fair
his
money.
shroud. Metalhead says you only want an extra thumb on one hand. Why not both? I mean, I mean, if I can get them on both, fuck yeah. I mean, shit. Think about how unstoppable I'd be with that, huh, hun? Yeah. Fucking 5 thumbs, 4 thumbs, 4 thumbs. I can use math. But in any case, I don't know how it actually proves the resurrection. At best, you could say that this proves that Jesus died, but you cannot prove that he resurrected. I mean, just because you have this cloth here does not mean that he resurrected. So I don't know why this is proof of a resurrection. But I'm sure that in his like diatribe on the video, he actually lays it out. Next is an extra dumb one. So y'all know what I gotta do, right? People are fucking idiots! My neighbor's kid just tried to tell me that bats are mammals. Mammals don't fly, we walk, and are confined, and confined to the ground. No wonder my family in Sweden thinks Americans are dumb. Y'all truly need to educate your kids better. Bats are birds. I mean, I think that you need to look at what the definition of a mammal is, because bats are mammals. You're the dumb fucking idiot in this particular situation. Also, I feel sorry for anybody that lives in Sweden that has to be like, yeah, he's got family here. I mean, fuck. He must be from the southern part of Sweden. Kind of like how we got like the southern United States here are just like the dipshits. I'm sure that there's a part of Sweden where it's just like all dipshits there, right? It's either the southern tip or maybe like the southern part of the center of it or something. I don't know. There's got to be a hillbilly region of every country. I just simply cannot live and believe that there's not a hillbilly portion of every country. Let's see. All right, next up on the comments, we've got this dipshit who says that the Earth is a light hole. I don't know what in the fuck that means. I don't know what a light hole is, other than maybe you shine a light through a hole in the wall before you do the glory hole. That's the word I was looking for. Eric Hamian did a super chat saying, but bats can't be birds because birds aren't real. Obviously, throw that one at him. You dumb shit, birds ain't real, so they can't be birds. Fucker.
Maybe you should quit drinking all that.
No, Eric,
beer,
I won't stop drinking, okay? I'm going to keep on drinking. I'm going to get more southern as this stream goes on because I'm going to be drinking more and more Gentleman Jack like a fucking gentleman. He goes on in the comment to say, or the tweet rather, not a planet ball and not a pizza pie either. An interdimensional fractal light hole vortex. It operates like a toilet bowl, I feel is where he's going with it. It's just a giant shitter. That's why everything's shit. And God is using it right now. Anyways, this is what the Earth really looks like and feels. Feels what? How does this communicate feeling? At all? Like, how am I supposed to feel about this? This makes me feel uncomfortable is what it makes me feel. Anyways, alright, that's it for that. For all these dumbass fucking comments. Y'all know what's next? Science shit, that's right, honey.
Shitty ass science.
Bring on the answers, some science shit really wrong. Listen, donating this much money only secures your What's up, heathens? How y'all doing? Woo! That's for the kegerator. Shit, we got people donating money. Y'all are going to hell. Y'all know that? Yeah, Mike Thole says one of those illustrations make what looks like butt cheeks. Are we sure he didn't mean Earth is a butthole? He probably did. He probably meant that it was just one giant asshole. I don't know. Fuck. Hey, I don't know if y'all know this, but every time you donate, the Lord cries. I Heart Dog says, here's to the Southern drinking accent. Whew. This is GE's drink, man. I'm just going to take it for a second. Anyways, Lisa for Truth says, a light hole opposite a black hole. Oh, is a light hole the opposite of a black hole? Probably. That makes sense. But I can guarantee you God still sticks his dick through that hole. Yep. God don't give up no good opportunity for a glory hole. And I'll tell you, the earth is one big glory hole for God. All right, so Jay wanted me to come on here, do a little bit of a, TED Talk about how demons can actually infest machinery and androids and shit like that, okay? And also, they can possess you as well. Basically, Satan can infest anything, all right? Now, I just want y'all to imagine that Satan, the only place that's porous enough for him to actually infest your body is through your asshole. Okay? That's why they got the baby Jesus butt plugs. And honestly, the butt plug industry is really just a cover for protecting people from demon infestation. Okay? So now, I say that it's porous because, I don't know if y'all know this, but we have a a Supreme Court justice, who made this very popular and well known. It's this thing called boofing. It's where you shove I wish I had my beer bottle I had earlier. But anyways, you take a beer bottle and you shove it up your ass, and then you do a handstand, and basically you have your asshole drink it. Now, I learned this from Brett Kavanaugh, who's a Supreme Court justice. I just want to put that out there that this is verified, okay? Called boofing, and you get drunker quicker. So that's how we know that the venom-like entity known as Satan, and if you guys haven't seen the movie Venom, that's basically how Satan will perform his symbiosis thingy on you, except he can't just get in through any kind of pore on your body. He has to go directly up your asshole. Now, if you're wondering, how does this affect machinery and androids and all this other stuff? Well, androids, obviously, they also have an asshole. So they're still going to get infected through there because it's very similar to humans. But in other cases, basically, it just like wraps it up in there and it just forces its way through it. Now, if you do that to a human, it will actually kill the human and crush them, and it'll look like they just died by spontaneous crushing. I don't know. It's really weird. You probably don't hear about it in the presses because of the mainstream. Wait, no, that's not what we're supposed to say. Oh, fuck. Lamestream media doesn't cover the spontaneous crushing symptoms that we see every day. But anyway, so the symbiosis entity, like the venom-like creature known as Satan, wraps itself around the toaster and it infects it there. Have you guys ever seen Ghostbusters 2? When they had the toaster, they poured the ooze on it and it started jumping around the place? Well, that was really Satan, and it just infested the toaster and it caused it to pop everywhere. He was just dancing. He was boogieing. He was twerking. That's what a toaster looks like when it twerks. It just pops everywhere and everything like that. But, he's twerking inside there. And he was just having a good time. And so, yeah, that means that Ghostbusters is a true story. So, yeah, that's how demons infest your butthole. They go up through the butthole, and the only way to prevent it is a baby Jesus butt plug. That's the best way. Other butt plugs will do, but the baby Jesus butt plug is the best way to prevent Satan and to cast his ass back to hell, where he'll take a little bit of time to crawl back out of it in his oozy state. So, Yeah, get your baby Jesus butt plug today so that you won't get demon possessed by Satan. And that, I hope you guys appreciated it. I know I did. I love all of my talks, obviously. So I'm gonna hand it back to GE real quick, and I guess I will see you fuckers later. Well, this shit ain't working. What in the fuck? Oh, there we go. Obviously, Satan doesn't exist, so he can't demon possess you. That's easy enough. But according to Dr. Gene Kim, he definitely can possess you. Now, I don't know if it's through the butthole or not. It might be. But apparently Satan's gonna possess all of the machines. So if y'all are ready, I am definitely ready to get to this to get to the response video. Casey's like, I'm fucking ready. I want to be done with this shit tonight. Let's just watch TV. Alright, so this dipshit right here is Dr. Gene Kim. You'll find out why he's a dipshit here in a minute if you're not familiar with Dr. Gene Kim. But in any case, Dr. Gene Kim here has a lot of crazy ideas, okay? Most recently, we covered his idea about how Satan's a T-Rex that's going to walk around the earth in the end times. Well, now Satan is also going to use technology to corrupt people and also infest machines and androids and other things like that, kind of like a very religious version of Five Nights at Freddy's. Okay, so that's what he thinks. He also thinks that Hitler lives at the center of the earth, and there are flying saucers in the center of the earth as well. That just kind of gives you insight into the crazy workings of the mind of Dr. Gene Kim. All right, so let's get on with this bullshit. Let's go.
These last days, we are to be aware of what Satan's doing as we get closer to the last days and not get caught up in his system. One of the questions that a lot of people have been asking me to bring up is concerning about technology or AI robots. Now, there's no doubt that in the tribulation time period, that there's going to be advancement of technology, and the devil will certainly use that for his advantage. Time of the end is going to have this: many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. Notice right here that the Bible shows there's going to be a quickness of running to and fro all over, and knowledge being increased.
Okay, let's see if we can predict this. Where is he going to go with it? Okay, obviously, the running to and fro really fast, that's the invention of the Flash from the DC universe. That motherfucker can go really, really fast, right? Now, as far as like running back and forth between 2 points, I feel like that's been that's definitely been a football exercise for the longest time. They're called, or at least for me, they were called gushers. Were they called gushers for you? You don't know? It's where you'd start at one end and then you'd run to the other side of the football field and then run back. I don't know if you had that like as a cheerleader or anything. Ran laps. But in any case, I mean, running has been a thing for a long time. So just running back and forth between two places is not really that big of a deal. He's got to be talking, and thus the Bible has got to be talking about the Flash. The invention of the Flash, the very concept of the Flash and other Flash-like superheroes out there, got to be the Flash. Increase in knowledge. Well, our knowledge has always increased. So any random fucking point in history matches this particular prediction. But since the Flash was made in like the let's see. When was the first appearance?
Woo! That's for the kegerator.
Flash. 1956. So since 1956, we've been in the end times, and this has been when God is going to fuck us up. Well, when the world is going to go to shit. 1950. That makes perfect sense in a creationist type of mindset. Mike Thole says, when has running to and fro and increasing knowledge not happened in human history? Any random point in history, boom, fucking end times, and this prophecy right here.
And knowledge being increased. In this day and age, don't we see a lot of people going to and fro everywhere quickly and knowledge advancing? Yes, we certainly see that. And the Bible predicted that would happen. So
the Bible predicted people would run and we would get smarter. Like, this shit has always happened. Of course the Bible's gonna say this. This is like any point in history you could say, well, this point compared to this point, our knowledge has increased. Even within Christianity, it's like this point and this point, oh shit, knowledge increased. Like, I don't know. This just, it seems like a very Miss Cleo-y thing that he's pulling here.
That would happen. So how did this happen? How did we go to and fro from one place to another?
All right, I'm gonna hazard. Hold on. Here we go. I'm over here, and now I'm over here. That's how we started going to and fro. We just sort of started walking, and our fucking feet carried us in a direction.
We go to and fro from one place to another real quickly, and how do we get information, knowledge really increasing fast? It's by technology. We're also going to look at Revelation chapter 11. Okay, it's speaking about two witnesses. Okay, so here's the beast of Revelation, the Antichrist. So he kills these two witnesses. Oh, America has become so much civilized, culturalized. We would never do this. No, you will do this. It's going to be why? It's going to be in God's holy city, originally Jerusalem. The devil's going to be ruling there.
Oh, fuck. And, you know, this was actually done in 2017, but just this week, what was Israel and Palestine are fucking at it. Do you think that's Satan? Is Satan behind the attacks there? I mean, I don't know. It could be. They're going to and fro places and shit.
Maybe you should quit drinking all that beer, G.E.
No, Rune Nordberg Hog. I will not. Rune says, I am pretty sure this prophecy is someone from the previous generation complaining about the next generation and pretending it is a prophecy. This screams very get off of my lawn here. I agree. This is basically like the guy's like, get off my lawn with your fucking hoverboards and cell phones and shit. God damn it. I will fucking, I don't know, throw a goddamn claymore at you or something.
Ruling there. Satan, why? Satan always wanted to be God. He always wanted to be like Jesus Christ. So he's going to set up his capital at Jerusalem. And
well, yeah, so just to comment on that, let's see, Jane.
To Timothy, what the fuck ever? Shut the fuck up.
That was a little too on point for that particular super chat. Never mind that, Jane. Can someone tell me where in the Bible robots are secretly demons? I think he needs to lay off vision mushrooms. Yeah, so, I mean, he'll get to how Satan can infect all the robots here in a second. But in Christian theology and in the story of Christianity, Satan is the antithesis of Jesus. Whereas Jesus is the Son of God and is God, Satan is not the Son of God and is not God. Satan wanted to be God, and Jesus is just kind of like, fuck it, I'm God, I guess. Like so Satan wanted to be God, so he sat on God's throne, and that's what got him the boot, right? Well, Jesus actually shed all of his godlike, stuff and became human to serve God and die on the cross and all this other stuff, right? So, I mean, they are the exact opposites in the story. He does get that particular part right. I don't know about the whole Satan's going to rule over Jerusalem thing. I mean, who the fuck knows? I don't know.
He always wanted to be like Jesus Christ. So he's going to set up his capital at Jerusalem, and he's going to have God's two witnesses have their dead bodies lie in the street. All the world, people of all different languages and tongues, all the world will see the dead bodies of these two saints. But how long? It's going to be for only 3 days. Now, in John's time period, how is that possible that all different languages and different nations around the world can look at that for 3 days?
So, I feel like at this point, all the world will see.
2 Timothy, what the fuck ever? Shut the fuck up.
Who's Your Buddy says, wouldn't Jesus' teachings be an increase in knowledge, and an increase of knowledge causes Satan to reign? So I guess Jesus set us up to fail. That's right. So as far as this whole all the world will see thing, it's kind of like whenever you say, are you going to walk out there like that? Tits hanging out and everything for the whole world to see? Kind of thing, like, you know, if she wants to, fuck yeah, she will. But I think it's said in that kind of sense. But that's not how Dr. Jin Kim takes it. He's going to take it a totally different direction, and he's going to perform some really bad, I believe the term is exegesis. He's going to insert information into this particular verse in order to make it say what he wants it to say. Also, I won't die of alcohol poisoning because I'm a third Scottish as well. We know that directly by the DNA test. No Scot has ever died. No real Scotsman has died of fucking alcohol poisoning. We're not fucking wimps about this shit, okay? We train our goddamn livers.
For 3 days. That's impossible. Do we believe it now? You know why? You got a cell phone now. You got television now. You got satellite. The whole world. That's how the whole world can see the dead bodies for 3 days.
So obviously what the Bible was talking about is the internet, cell phones, television, and 24-hour news cycles. Obviously that's what it's talking about. This book, written in the 2nd century, is definitely talking about wireless communications with goddamn satellites in space.
Maybe you should quit drinking all that beer, G.E.
No, I fucking won't. Mike Thole says, Lamau, he seems like a perfect socially misunderstood spiritual guide for the protagonist of the next God's Not Dead sequel. You know they're going to keep making those things too.
So you see, the Bible recognized that the world will have some sort of access where they can do these things. So there's no doubt that the Bible predicted that the people will have some sort of means to accomplish these feats. It's showing you, and what is it? It's technology. It's technology. If you study technology, it's some scary things involved in that. Notice what the Bible reads about here, about Satan, about demonic powers. You know what the Bible says about demonic powers? The Bible says, when in time past ye walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince, the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience. Notice what Satan's power is. His power is what? The power over the air.
Well, yes, he's an airbender.
Hey, I don't know if y'all know this, but every time you donate, the Lord cries.
That's right, Kevin made the Lord cry with the super sticker. But yeah, so in the theology of Christianity, I just expelled a demon gnat. Nope, he escaped. Anyways, so in the theology of Christianity, Satan is the ruler of this world, and I guess of the air and everything like that, right? That's legitimately in Christian theology. Paul says this in his epistles. He directly identifies as Satan as being the ruler of this age, or the archon of this aeon. So that's definitely Christian theology right there. He takes it a little bit further, though.
Over the air. We see that all over our world today, right? There is so much power in the air. Because of that, that's why we got so much easy access to information. And we can do a lot of things that we never thought we could accomplish before. The power of the air. And Satan is what? That's his dominion. That's his reign over the power of the air. Now,
Woo! Bear money.
Daniel M says, David says, good night. Sorry I'm late. Good night there, David. I hope you have a really good...
What are you doing?
There you go.
I blew my load.
I hope you have a good rest there, David, and you know, you get to bed early enough you don't hear me say fuck too many times. The Unfollower says, y'all, things will get better, and there will be riots, and there will be no President Trump in 2022 or 2023. See, GE, I'm a prophet. Exactly there, the Unfollower. Good old prophet. Now, to know that you're a prophet is light currently shining out of every orifice, including your asshole, because that's how you know that you're speaking on behalf of God and that you are a prophet. So, Casey asked me not to ask people about their assholes. Listen, I just wanted to make sure that you're really a prophet of God and that light is shining out of every orifice. I'm just asking. Both ear holes, your eyes, your nostrils, and your mouth. Apparently, I can't mention the other one. I love you, honey. Donna Badgero says, best show of the night. Lamau. Thank you, Donna.
the air. Not only that, the Bible also shows at the book of Luke, Jesus said, I beheld Lucifer.
That's for the kegerator.
Beheld Satan as what? Lightning from heaven. Satan falling down as lightning from heaven. So we got to realize Satan's domain, he has power concerning electricity. You got to understand. By the way...
Now, this just goes to show you how much he doesn't know about his own Bible. Because I'm fairly certain that God has zapped at least one motherfucker using lightning. So was God... Can you just imagine it? Like, so this is when they're carrying the covenant, the Ark of the Covenant, right? They're carrying it along to some fucking place. I don't know. They're moving it. And this guy, I believe his name's Uzzah, maybe? Anyways, this fuck is carrying it, right? And it like slips or something like that. And he catches it. And God's like, oh no, motherfucker. And then God reaches down, grabs Satan, lifts him up above his head like he's goddamn Zeus. And he goes, zap! Motherfucker, I wanted that to drop. Holy shit.
Woo! Bear money. Woo! That's for the kegerator. Maybe you should quit drinking all that beer, GE.
Eric Hamion says technically due to infrared radiation, light is shining from every orifice. Good point. Gray Faith says, wait, it's Friday? What year is this? Daniel M says, Satan meaning T-Rex, right? Obviously I mean T-Rex. But anyways, so God's up there, he grabs Satan, right? Lifts him above his head like he's goddamn Zeus and goes, zap! Motherfucker, I wanted that to drop. And I mean, that's just the funniest fucking thing for me to think about when he says that Satan has power over lightning and he fell from heaven like lightning or something like that. I just imagine God just chucking his ass at some fuck that caught the Ark of the Covenant. And I'm sure that he's zapped many other people in his time as God. Damn, I Heart Dogs. These people just make up stuff from cherry picking their Bibles. And they don't even know what's in their Bible, for God's sakes. But yeah, so just to recap, up until this point, technology is bad because apparently that means it's a signal of the end times. Somebody's going to display dead bodies on the news for 3 days. for reasons. I don't see. I mean, they let them say fuck and other things on the news now, so who knows? They probably just got to pay a fine every hour for those 3 days, anyways. And now Satan controls the air as well as all of the transmissions that travel through the air, which, I mean, technically, the air medium doesn't matter when it comes to the transmissions that he's talking about with, like the.
Woo! That's for the kegerator.
Thank you, Mike. When we're talking about like internet transmissions or when we're talking about internet transmissions or cell phone transmissions or anything like that, it doesn't necessarily travel through the air. Like, that is something that it travels through, but those things also travel through other materials. So the medium that it's traveling through isn't necessarily the air. But I get what he means. He just means that, you know, he thinks that all of this travels through the air. Whatever. But also, Satan is a lightning bolt. Satan is an Energizer bunny up there, okay?
You gotta understand.
Oh, okay, sorry. I Heart Dog says these people just make up stuff. We already read that. Mike Thole says, "Oh my God, where can I send my money? Where can I send my fan art of an electricity shooting satanic T-Rex?" John at godlessengineering.com. If you want to draw it, I will definitely put it up next week on the show. Elizabeth Richardson says, "Wait, so a robot T-Rex is Satan? Satan is the Red Ranger for the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers? Aha, I solved it!"
You should quit drinking all that beer, GE.
The Unfollower said, "Not yet, GE. I haven't had that God banana." Or Dick. Is that what you mean, Dick? Dick. So yeah, exactly. The Red Ranger for the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. That's exactly who God is, or Satan is. That's Satan. Satan is Jason from the Power Rangers.
You gotta understand. By the way, I have this information in my file, but all you have to do is just look it up. I don't know if you knew this. Thomas Alva Edison, the one who was responsible for a lot of the things that we can do with technology today with his discovery. If you look if you look up his files and his memberships with certain clubs, you know what he signed up with? The Theosophical Society, who adores Lucifer. They have a membership paper with his signature at the bottom too. So it shouldn't be difficult to find out. The one who is responsible for a lot of our technology today, by discovering that, you'll find it interesting that he was a membership of this group. And if you study this group, they think Lucifer is an okay guy. He's a nice guy. And that he was greatly misunderstood by today's Christians as being some sort of evil being. But what did the Bible say?
I don't give a fuck what the Bible says, but I do care that this information you're relaying is false. If you look up the Theosophical Society, I mean, true, you'll pull up a Wikipedia page that'll lay out the basics of it, but it's, as far as I can tell, it's pretty well sourced. Now, they have a very neutral stance when it comes to like religious sects and religious ideas and everything like that. In fact, you could actually be cast out of the society if you purport that the society has a particular stance on a theological thing, right? So to say that the Theosophical Society thinks that Satan's an okay guy is just not even true. But even if it were, Thomas Edison isn't what we would consider, or what most people consider to be the father of electricity that he's making him out to be, or this father of modern technology. If you look up father of electricity, you actually come up with Michael Faraday. He's seen as the father of electricity. So nothing about anything that you just said or wrote on your whiteboard there is true.
When Lucifer fell from heaven and lost his dominion, I beheld Satan as lightning falling. Satan, he has access to much technology today. Now go to Daniel 2. Daniel chapter 2. Now the question is this concerning AI robots. Will robots be able to be that much advanced? Will they have a play during the tribulation? To be quite honest, I don't know much, but I do know this, is that the devils, they will use devils will certainly use technology to advance their goal and their civilization. In fact, if you study your history, which is very interesting, when the pyramids and so many complicated advanced things that ancient people were able to accomplish, that today's civilization had trouble comprehending and doing, a lot of it, you gotta understand, is that it was claimed by myths to be sent from some sort of aliens or fallen angels or gods from heaven. And did that happen? Yeah, Genesis 6.
Obviously, the aliens from Genesis 6 gave the technology to the Egyptians to be able to...
That's for the kegerator.
To be able to build the fucking pyramids. Obviously, it was the aliens from Genesis 6. What aliens are you talking about? I think he's probably talking about the Nephilim that fell from, or that came to Earth or something like that and fucked around with all the human women. I mean, maybe. I'm not exactly sure, but I kind of feel like that's who he thinks the aliens are. And the last time that I checked, we have a fairly good idea about how they built the pyramids. It definitely was not aliens, okay? It was just ingenuity and hard work. So, I mean, I don't understand why you have to go out on the limb with this whole alien Nephilim idea. Let's see, Daniel M says he should have stopped it. I don't know much. At least he would have been truthful at that point. Yeah, his face. Yeah, I know. His face reads confident idiot right now. Like, I feel like that's what his face is saying. Like, yeah, I'm stupid, but at least I'm confident, motherfucker. No, he doesn't. He's not right on many levels.
Genesis 6, the sons of God lived among the humans, and that's how they're advancing their civilization. So, do you think that if the devils did that at Genesis 6, they're not going to repeat that at Revelation? Oh, they certainly will. You know why? They have to beat God. They have to beat God. Sometimes people wonder, how can...
They have to beat God? Like how? Like using electricity and technology and shit to beat God? I mean... So, in Christian theology, God's the most powerful being in the universe. Nobody can be more powerful than God. How do they seriously think that they're gonna beat God? I don't know, but apparently it's using your phone in order to, I don't know, text message all of your relatives to click on a link. Never click on the link, go directly to the website. Hellbound Hillbilly says, I've heard more coherent stories from toddlers. Don't insult toddlers, is what Casey said. The Unfollower says, if God was real, everyone would have a kegerator. That's fucking right.
Woo! Beer money.
Fucking beer money. That's right there.
Maybe you should quit drinking all that beer, G.E.
Hey, honey, could I have a Yingling? Thank you.
God judge everybody's sin, everybody's secret personal information in life.
Maybe you
at a
should
quick
quit
moment
drinking
of time.
all that beer, G.E.
Cadence says he must be talking about them high technology iron chariots to beat God. I know, right? All they gotta do is get a whole bunch of like iron rods and shit, and they'll be able to beat the fuck out of God.
Maybe you should quit drinking all that beer, G.E.
I feel like you guys are trying to tell me something. Kevin Beeler with the laughing super chat there. Or super sticker.
Of time. How can God do that? Because technology can do that. You just type a person's name on Google and all the information, boom, just like that. See, you know what man's trying to do? That's why a lot of people worship science and technology. They want to reach God.
Okay, I don't understand how does he think Google works exactly? I mean...
Hey, I don't know if y'all know this, but every time you donate, the Lord cries.
I don't know if he knows how Google operates. So you can find out basic public information about somebody, right? This is not comparable to the knowledge that God supposedly has. God supposedly knows all your dirty secrets. You can't type into Google and like know all your dirty secrets unless you're like Josh Duggar and you've just been arrested by the by the FBI and shit. Like, you don't know any of the dirty secrets of anybody else if you just simply type your name into fucking Google. And just because you can research information about a person does not mean that you know everything about that person, or that this process, however cumbersome in the past, couldn't have been done in the past before Google. So I don't know why you're comparing like God's knowledge to like a search engine. Quentin Van Booven says, so would cars be able to beat God then? They definitely would be if they were made out of pure iron.
Remember, they used to have a one world government back at Genesis 11, right? What do they do? Let's make a tower. Let's advance our civilization where it can reach to heaven. Everyone wants to play God. So,
wait a second. Thank you, honey. Yelingling Flight. The Yelingling bitch beer. Anyways, so I don't know why he thinks a tall tower would reach heaven. Like, even if I was God and I saw my dumb fuck people that I created building a large tower out of shit bricks, and they were building it up, and they were not going to be able to build it like all the way up to the lower atmosphere, right? They just weren't going to be able to do it. There's no way that they would be able to build that far up. What? If you ask flat earthers, it's not that far up. But if I saw them doing this, I would just not give a fuck. It's like, I'm in another dimension, motherfucker. I'm in the celestial realm. To Timothy, what the fuck ever? Shut the fuck up. I like how the message on that particular one just says, this person says quit. Lisa Petru says, I thought God couldn't defeat iron chariots. That's right, he can't. But, I don't understand how this is seen as like a challenge to God. Because as we know now, there's no firmament. When they were building this tower in Genesis 11, which I don't think they actually built a tower, but when they were building it in the story, like in the story, the celestial realm was a physical realm. Like it was right on top of the firmament, and like God was in the seventh heaven, so he was all the way up there, or maybe he was in the third heaven, I can't remember. Anyways, God was in one of the upper heavens, so he was farther out into space. So they would essentially build a tower up to the firmament, and they would break through the firmament, and then they'd have to deal with all the demons in the firmament. I mean, it's not like they have the Doomslayer and they send the Doomslayer up the fucking like tower, and the Doomslayer clears out all the demons in the lower heavens, and then they go up to God and knock on his door and be like, hey motherfucker, explain some shit. So I mean, I don't understand why this is seen as like trying to become God or get up to God. Like, they would still have to fight through the hordes of demons that were living on the firmament. So it perplexes me.
Tower. Let's advance our civilization where it can reach to heaven. Everyone wants to play God. So you'll notice right here, it's mingled with the seed of men. They, whoever they are going to mingle with the seed of men. Some people are wondering if this could be referring to AI robots.
Oh, it is definitely referring to people fucking robots. That's definitely in the Bible. Honey, it's in the Bible. We're going to mention that on the Bible podcast whenever it becomes relevant. People fuck robots. That's a sign of the end times right there. That's right, honey. It is a sign of the end times. People fucking robots, obviously. Oh, she wants to clarify that it is definitely not a sign of the end times or in the Bible.
Referring to AI robots? No, we'll just let the scriptures read as they say. So we do know, first of all, they is not humans, right? Why? Because the seed of men is already taken right there. So they is referring to other beings. What if the sons of God and those devils start to enter inside today's technology? Because Satan is what? Lightning falling from heaven, prince of the power of the air. Can there be a devil that can somehow go inside an object? Some people are nodding, right?
I mean, I've seen the Conjuring movies enough to know that the devil can definitely insert itself into some kind of object. So, yeah, totally. Definitely. The devil can possess anything, I guess. I don't know why it would want to possess my phone. Like, I could see it possessing some people's phone, and the devil would be like, "Oh shit, what the fuck are they looking at? Oh my god!" Ugh. Or I don't know, maybe it would be too tame for him. Who knows?
Had such images, advanced images today, pagan civilization had such images that didn't have advanced technology, and yet God realized that devils can play a part with those images. How about that? That book, man, it can show you a lot of things you never...
Satanic images. Apparently, Satan can possess digital images or physical photographs. If I could capture Satan in a digital image, I would definitely sell that as one of them NFT things. One of those things that it's just the one image and that's all that exists. I don't know. I think the Jack from Twitter sold the first tweet to somebody.
Hey, I don't know if y'all know this, but every time you donate, the Lord cries.
Fuck right. Fucking right. The unfollower says, I want to F my robot right now. Come on, end time. I feel like there's a lot to unpack in that particular super chat.
And it can show you a lot of things you never thought of before, right? However, devils can use certain objects and then put some power in it, and then they can make it animated.
2 Timothy, what the fuck ever? Shut the fuck up.
Eric Hamion says an image of Satan is satanic. Satan is a weeping angel. Yeah, that's right. He's crying because of how he's represented in the Bible. It's like, this is not even true, man. God put me up to all this shit.
Woo, bear money.
Daniel M says, does this guy remember he told us that Satan is a T-Rex, or does he just completely switch gears with his shit? Yes, he does switch gears, because Satan is a T-Rex, but he's also like electricity in the air. Imagine an elemental T-Rex that's like a red T-Rex that's satanic and everything, but it can travel through the air as electricity. This sounds like a badass video game right here. We need to get this to Epic Games now.
That happened? Oh yeah, look at Revelation 13. They can animate an image. There can be demonic power that can animate it. Now,
he is really concerned with animating images at this point. Apparently, the devil can animate images. Yeah, I could create a GIF too. Does that make me Satan?
make an image to the beast, but look at this image to the beast. Verse 15, and he had what? Power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should what? Both speak, and cause as many will not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Sophia is just a precursor, folks. So
okay, it sounds really random that he said Sophia, but Sophia is like this artificially intelligent robot type thing that I guess was really popular.
I don't know if y'all know this, but every time you donate, the Lord cries.
Gray Fate says the devil is in your video codex. That's right.
That's for the kegerator.
Daniel says, GE, I'm with you on that video game. Do you want to pay royalties to this dude? Fuck no. He put this out there.
Woo! Fair money.
Flamio says Satan sounds like Yami from Okami.
Woo! That's KC's money.
Shit, honey, you got some money. Elizabeth Richardson says, I'm wondering if this sermon made more sense before the editing or if they were trying to make it make sense with the editing. Well, I had to do the editing. So I tried to only include things that were not Bible verses. So every time you see a cut, it's either empty space or it's something that doesn't actually pertain to the topic at hand, or it's him reading a Bible verse. But I mean, he's got all the Bible verses on the wall. So if you really want to look up what they say, you just got to look up those Bible verses. There's not a Bible verse that he mentions or he reads that isn't already on his whiteboard. So I just cut out all of him literally just reading the Bible, and it ended up being about 11 minutes long.
It's just a precursor, folks. So is that very possible? Yes, that is very, very possible. It could be very, very possible that with certain robots and technology, that devils can give power to them, and they can use that. Now,
so, how exactly do the robots get possessed by Satan? You're not exactly giving, you're just saying, oh yeah, it's totally possible Satan could infest these robots and start killing people. But I mean, like, are we talking about like Terminator type stuff? For instance, Skynet is going to become self-aware, build a bunch of Terminators, and they're going to rule from Jerusalem or something like that? Like, I don't know. I don't know where he's going with this or what he's even trying to prove. Other than we're all going to hell.
And they can use that. Now, when such a thing happens, you got to realize this. So then you got these movies that sympathize with robots, make them try to look good, and then you got other movies that show them to be evil. You got to realize this robot is not something to sympathize with.
Yeah, fuck those robots and shit. I don't know why he's throwing so much shade at technology and robots. Like, you're literally recording this on a camera or on a laptop using a webcam or something. Like, you're currently using technology in order to communicate your message to the world. I don't understand why you're sitting there trying to shit talk technology and all this other stuff. It doesn't make a lot of sense.
And Mary, I mean, it's crazy what you see. There are even, I kid you not, there are even ceremonies where you can marry your avatar or some kind of robot. It's nuts. There are people seriously doing that. And how many people do we see playing video games, getting on the internet, spending so much time in social networks, watching television? We are so driven by society. How many people we see taking out a cell phone all the stinking time? All the stinking time.
Yeah! Fuck those people on their goddamn cell phones. Hold on a second. I just gotta check something real quick. Fuck those people. What, honey? I have technology all around me. Let's see. I've got 2 Macs, 2 iPhones, and in my body? What technology do I got in my body? Oh, well, I mean, it's just got a plastic thing. I got this. It's on my body, not in my body. Okay, true. They have developed an artificial pancreas that you can 3D print, which is kind of cool. I'm not gonna try to insert it or anything through my butthole. But I like how he's like shit talking all of this technology stuff, and everybody's just on their cell phones all the time. I mean, you could literally copy and paste this to at any point in history. It's like all these fucking people are listening to radios all the goddamn time. Now they even got radios that'll fit in your pocket. They're just taking them fucking everywhere. I remember as a kid, my grandfather on my dad's side, he had a portable television. It was like a little TV screen that you could tune to different like VHF and UHF stations, right? And you could tune it and you could watch it. It was black and white, but I thought I was like, this is fucking cool. I can watch TV and go wherever I want to. And of course,
that's for the kegerator.
Of course, now I've got my cell phone and I can just take shit wherever. We've got YouTube TV, so I can literally be anywhere in the world and still watch the TV that I have here at home. So I don't see how any of this is a bad thing. Let's see, Beast Nation says Method Man voice. Tech rules everything around me. I don't know how Method Man sounds. I tried. Apparently that killed KC. And then I saw Cadence mention earlier in the chat that Satan is a robot that indexes at 1, and fuck yes, that is exactly Satan.
Thinking time. If you're around people and you're bored and then you can't talk to people, what's the first thing people do? What's the first thing people do? Take out the cell phone and start doing this, right? See, we're so driven by that. The devil, you don't think he's going to use something that humans are so prone driven by. And I also want to add this too. That's why YouTube can also be one of the most dangerous things that can lead you down a rabbit trail of heresy and wrong things, and where Satan can really mess up your life.
Amen.
This was taken from a YouTube video. Yeah, you know, you could definitely, put a bunch of bullshit on YouTube and people can follow a rabbit hole. And then it's like all of a sudden you're at the Capitol and you're storming it and beating an officer to death with one of those blue line flags. You don't know how you got there. You were fucking looking at YouTube videos, and then all of a sudden you're committing like sedition and murder and everything. I agree, Dr. Jing Kim. It can be a dangerous rabbit hole.
Amen.
Unless you get your nose in the book, so they are not something to sympathize with. Well, can they attain salvation? Can they ever attain feelings and all that? No, because you gotta understand this. God, he's not going to consider something to be evil so easily. He wants everyone to be saved. But you gotta understand this. This is proof then that since he doesn't want anyone to go to hell, the context has to show that it cannot include robots. It cannot include artificial intelligence. The only
I don't understand why this has to be the one caveat. Like, no, but I don't want anybody to go to hell. And then it's got an asterisk by it, and you're like, what does this mean? And then it's like, except robots. They don't go to hell. They don't have souls. I think that Dr. Jing Kim suffers from the fact that he can't envision a world where artificial life is, indistinguishable from organic life. So, I mean, he can't see that far into the future because obviously shit's gonna end soon to him. So I don't know when. This was posted back in I think it was either 2017 or 2018, but it still hasn't ended yet, and we've even had a pandemic since then. So I don't know what in the fuck he's thinking, but
robots. It cannot include artificial intelligence. The only thing that can be fair about going to heaven and hell is human nature. All right? Human nature. That's who Jesus Christ died for. See?
So yes, dogs don't go to heaven. Dogs only go to hell. Dogs burn in hell. Dr. Jing Kim. That's the ramifications of what he's saying here. He is admitting that dogs do not go to heaven, even though they are one of the best things on this planet on occasion. They go to hell with the cats. Well, if they don't go to heaven, they gotta go somewhere, so it's apparently hell. They're living organisms, they gotta go to one or the other. They go to the Catholic purgatory place? Now everybody's gonna want to go to purgatory just to play with all the pets. It's like, wait, dogs are in purgatory? Send me the fucketh there right now. I am ready.
Human nature. That's who Jesus Christ died for. See, can artificial intelligence, can robots, can we honestly say that from their free choice that they are accounted with sin? If you look at all the verses in the Bible about sin and sinners, what is it applied to every time? Mankind. Mankind is held accountable for their own actions. Who Jesus Christ died for, he died for all men as a...
Let's be clear here. Bears are also held accountable for their crimes against humanity. Kazakhstan will lock up any bear that mauls a motherfucker on purpose, because either the person owes that bear money or whatever other reason that bear mauls him. That bear will serve real bear time in bear...
Hey, Timothy, what the fuck ever? Shut the fuck up.
Real jail. Mike Thole says, I'm drawing that electric T-Rex now because no explanation needed, obviously. You and KC seem like pretty rocket individuals. Thank you there, Mike. We try to be. But yes, don't forget the bears. They also suffer the punishments of man.
All men, as the book of 1 Timothy mentioned. So you got to realize this, is that it's only human nature that has the freedom of choice, and that's where fairness lies. So technology, no matter how advanced they go, they do not have the same thing as human nature. Independent free will and choice.
Well, so the whole free will thing, obviously, I'm not a person that believes that we have like unrestricted free will. I feel like our free will is a faux free will that's really constricted to the ability to choose. Like, we have the ability to choose the choices that we're presented with. Like, you know, when I'm out and about and somebody cuts me off, it's never an option for me to cut them off, get out of the car, and shoot them in the face with a Glock, right? No, I know that it is a possibility, like it is an option. I'm saying that option does not naturally occur to me, so I don't have that option available to me. It's like, you know, it's an option that may be there in the grand scheme of things, but is not something that readily presents to me as part of the nature of myself, right? So I don't literally have the option to do anything. I only have the option to do that which occurs to me. So no, honey, I never think about killing another innocent person. Honey, the people on the road that you consider to be an asshole is very loose. So I would not say that every asshole person on the road isn't an innocent person. Maybe they just made a mistake, okay? Let's just calm down a little bit, okay? So I'm just saying, like, it doesn't ever occur to me to, like, pop a cap at a fucker's ass, okay? I just, like, that's not something that readily presents to me. So you know, I don't have that option whenever I'm thinking about how to react. Like, do I curse? Yeah. That's a stone's throw from fucking shooting somebody in the ass for it. But my point is that since we don't even have this unrestricted free will, the concept of androids or artificial life also having a similar type of faux free will is not really all that far off. I mean, it's complicated, sure, but that doesn't mean that it's impossible. All right, we're almost done, so let's try to get through this.
independent free will and choice. But if you're a Calvinist, then you can believe that. If you're a Calvinist, then you can believe we're just like those artificial intelligence robots. And those Calvinist scholars, they can mock and laugh about artificial intelligence doing this and that, but guess what? They believe that we're like that too. Oh, we have our own will, but it's not independent, it's not libertarian. Then they believe artificial intelligence doing stuff like that. That is nuts.
Yeah, fuck Calvinists, you fucking Matt Slick wannabe motherfuckers. Matt Slick is a Calvinist, so I mean that's why I said that. Anyways, that is gonna be it for the stream tonight. That's all for the video. I should have done up a rating, considering, but anyways, I'm gonna give one robot devil out of 5 for this video. Well, yeah, I'm gonna give it 1 out of 5, and I give it just for the whiteboard. Well, okay, so Casey says it's gotta have a 2 robot heads out of 5, robot devils out of 5. I was gonna give it 1 robot devil out of 5, just for the fact that he gets some Christian theological things right, and the rest of it is just sort of bullshit conspiracy theory piled on top of it. But I guess I'll go with 2 robot heads out of 5 because he also has a whiteboard, and I feel like that's a fair assessment. So I will definitely have plenty of room for my whiteboard. I'm probably gonna put it over here, and it's gonna be all nice and shit. I'll write in green so that you guys can just see directly through the whiteboard, and you won't see the green marker, and it'll be kind of cool. You'll have to read negative space and shit. Anyways, so he gets a 2 out of 5 devil robot heads, robot devil heads, whatever, which is a new emoji if you're a member. So if you want to become a member and help us donate to charity or anything like that, then please do. Everybody that's donated through Super Chats tonight, y'all have been awesome. I so appreciate you guys doing that. The problems that I found with this video is just the entire video. He takes these nuggets of truth about the Christian religion, and then he extrapolates upon it to tell the story that he wants to, namely that the devil is going to infest robots through electricity, who he thinks was discovered by Thomas Edison. Or rather, Thomas Edison is responsible for the technology that we have today. And the devil is going to be using that in order to influence people to do something. I'm not sure, but the entire video was just shit piled on top of shit. So Dr. Jin Kim, I can't wait to see your next crazy fucking bullshit thing. Maybe I should put up for the Skeptic Mafia members the time that he started talking about Hitler living at the center of the earth. I could definitely find that because I actually have it here on the channel.
You should quit drinking all that beer, GE.
Where he says this shit. I could go find that and just cut it down to the crazy shit, and we could review that one day. Because these fucking Gene Kim videos are fun. Cadence says, Super Chats go to charity? I should think about sending one today. A portion of the Super Chats definitely go to charity, and you guys have really turned out for tonight. So I appreciate you guys so much for that. And that's going to be it for the show. We are about to go over the Skeptic Mafia comments, which we do have a number of them. Honey, could you actually go through and see if there's any that have been held back? Thank you. We do have a number of them, so we are going to try to get through them as quick as we can. If you're going to be leaving out right now, we really appreciate you guys. If you will, please come back next week to the channel, because we're going to have great videos posting at least 3 days out of the 5 days of the week. So definitely come back then. We got our 2 recorded videos on Monday and Wednesday, and then Tuesday is our Daily Bible podcast and the Skeptic Mafia podcast. So I hope that you guys will come back then. In any case, y'all have a lovely weekend, and I guess I'll see you guys later. Don't forget to stand up and use your voice. Bye, heathens. But don't go yet, because we still have the Skeptic Mafia comments to go over. And I really appreciate the Skeptic Mafia kind of turning out tonight to leave me their thoughts on the video, and it's really awesome of them. I'm going to get them pulled up real quick. See if I can go. All right, let's get on over there. Here we go. Okay. So, if you guys don't know, the Skeptic Mafia is given a choice every single week about what video we're going to watch on Friday nights, and then they also have a chance to leave a comment that we're about to go through, and they can have their comments read live on air, and they can make me say just about anything they want to within reason. So if anything else, you can definitely make me say some shit if you join the Skeptic Mafia and you participate. First up tonight is Daniel M, who says, I didn't see the video, so I'm curious how he gets to fucking robots. Is this guy a pastor? Yes. I forgot. If he is, it's a wonder how he has a congregation left. They're all crazy. Maybe he doesn't, and that's why he has to make videos. Anyway, I missed most of the stream tonight because we went to the old spaghetti factory in St. Louis. Oh, that's pretty cool. The old spaghetti factory is definitely more important than this. I would have rather watched a stream. It's what I do on Fridays now. This throws me off. Do you know what calms me down? That's right, joining the Skeptic Mafia and playing with the whale peen. Now also the robot devil. Speaking of whale peen, I have to thank GE for this unhealthy obsession. Well, okay, not unhealthy, just impressive. Just imagine having a schlonger so big, you have to be made with crazy arms to carry it around. Fun times. I wonder if Kent Hoban knows if the whales yank it with those arms. Join the Skeptic Mafia and find out about whale penises and stuff. Thank you so much there, Daniel. I appreciate that. You get special emojis when you join the Skeptic Mafia. So if you see people posting the special emojis in the chat, that's the reason why they can do that, is because they're part of the Skeptic Mafia. Who's your buddy says, don't really have anything to say against this silly guy's stance, so I'll take this time again to apologize to KC for the $1 super chat. See, it was the plan the whole time. He's been plotting and planning this $1 super chats. Thank you there, Who's your buddy. Michael W. Roble just says, I ain't got nothing. I don't know what you should have for this particular kind of crazy shit. It's just kind of a wow type of moment. Vanta Blue says, if this guy described the lottery, it'd be like, there will be balls, and there will be numbers, and some may be. So he's bad. He's so bad at cherry picking that he can't even make an argument out of it. Comes with a poor understanding of the Bible, I guess, or poor understanding of anything. Time to go search for Jim Smith to learn all about them. Because there's surely only one person with that name, like this guy insinuates. Stay safe, y'all! Jane Pewsecker says, after listening to this, all I got to say is, what the hell is this guy smoking or drinking? I find it hard to believe this guy has a PhD. He's definitely not drinking Gentleman Jack, I can tell you that, because definitely a person that drinks Gentleman Jack would not say this dumb shit. They would be a gentleman. Like fucking me. That's right, honey. I don't want to hear you laughing about me being a gentleman. I'm a fucking gentleman. I'm a lord. Okay, so one day I was perusing Facebook and I saw an ad for this thing that says you can become a lord, and so I'm like, fuck, a lord? Why would I want to do that? And it's like, and you know, you could also become a lady, and I'm like, hell, I want KC to be officially a lady and everything. That way she could always be a lady.
I say it all the time. I'm a
I'm a lady. And then she can literally be a lady. So I clicked on it and I'm like, this seems sus. Like the entire thing seems fishy. And then I read on it and it's like, any money that we get, it goes to preserving like the woods of Scotland or something. They plant trees or something. So I'm like, you know what? Even if this is bullshit, what the fuck ever. I'm helping save trees and stuff or woodland or something. And so like I paid $60 and now we're Lord Gleason and Lady Gleason in Scotland apparently. From this one particular registry.
Because we own an acre or a square foot.
Something like that. Yeah, because we own a square foot of land in Scotland. Which it's not really us that owns it. It's this company that owns it and then they just attribute it or something. I don't know. I looked it up. It's all bullshit, but it doesn't really matter. I'm fucking Lord Gleason. She's Lady Gleason. In any case, a tree was saved. Hellbound Hillbilly. Oh wait, I don't think I finished. Yeah, I didn't finish Jane's. Hold on. I feel like this guy's been watching iRobot way too many times, and this theory came out of a nightmare he had about robots taking over the world. While I believe in many things, including alien life, I in no way believe AI is demonic and part of the devil's plan. I'm so glad you don't buy into that there, Jane. Honey, have you seen iRobot? Okay. Actually, she has really seen it because normally she's like, yes. If I say yes, will we not watch it? It is a Will Smith movie. See, I identify it as an Isaac Asimov movie, not a Will Smith. Isaac Asimov? He he wrote that book along with Bicentennial Man and other things about robots.
But like,
I mean, yeah, he's in the movie. He did.
It's a Will Smith movie.
It was a book before it was a movie.
So I didn't say it's a Will Smith book. I said it's a Will Smith.
Okay. Love you. Hellbound Hillbilly, says Shake's Head. And I voted for this one. If you want to get the opportunity to question your decision-making ability on the Friday night stream, join the Skeptic Mafia. You'll get to decide which video we'll watch on the stream, watch it early, then leave apologies for GEs to read to the rest of the audience. Thank you, Hellbound. Alex Baranowski says, okay, Dr. Kim has gone off the deep end. I can't focus on the video. He just babbles on and on about random shit that doesn't really make any sense. What does make sense is join the Skeptic Mafia. For a little money each month, you can become an inner circle atheist and partake in all the perks of this account. Now go get vaccinated. Now, we don't do the vaccinations, but I'm sure that you can get vaccinated in whatever area that you're in. And you should. That's right. You don't become magnetic when you get a vaccine. But in any case, the Skeptic Mafia is pretty cool. I'm committed to providing at least one Skeptic Mafia podcast a week. I have one in the pipe, and it's going to be ready to go on Tuesday, apparently, because I still have to get next week's shit recorded and everything like that. So, you know, yes, honey. I'm in trouble. Well, that's because I had to record or I had to edit one up for Tuesday, and then I just didn't get to it this week. I had other work shit to do. Thank you so much there, Alex. If you want to join the Skeptic Mafia, please do. We do have a podcast that posts. I'm committed to every week. Every week we're gonna have a podcast. I promise. Sean J says, I'll leave the majority of the crazy debunking to others. Lucifer is only colloquially a name for the devil now. Within the Christian religion prior to St. Jerome and others, Lucifer was a name for the brightest angel, even the child of light. Well, even in Christianity, he's known as the brightest angel, the child of light, and all this other stuff. Like he was the guy that Satan grabbed and used as a lightning bolt to shock that Uzzah motherfucker. He probably threw his ass like it was like one of them skipping stones. Like, you know what, Satan? Got him. Fuck you. Like many other aspects of the Bible, the supposed inerrant word of God was changed and reinterpreted time and time again by those men in control of the church, meaning anyone who claims the Bible is the source for their arguments is relying on a misinterpreted, reworded, anti-historical text. That's true. And our earliest complete copy of the Bible only dates to the 3rd century. We don't know exactly what happened before that point. There's like this lead curtain that not even a fucking Superman can fucking see through into the past. We don't know what changed. Quentin Van Boeven has a lot to fucking say about Dr. Jing Kim. I hate to do a personal attack like this, but who gave this guy a PhD? A diploma mill. Or did he get it from one of them online sites that just lets you buy them? Well, okay, so it wasn't an online site. It was the Pensacola Christian University or something like that. Anyways, they're unaccredited and everything like that, so I definitely wouldn't trust it. I know that he has a degree from another institution from California, but I'm not sure if that's actually accredited or not. You can look him up on Do Like He Says and type his name into into Google and you'll be able to find out. Maybe it's a doctorate in theology. I don't know. I just can't see a real institution giving this man a doctorate. I'm struggling to figure out how we went from the devil to robots. I mean, is it too crazy to think that one day we will have AI that is advanced enough to think and have a sort of free will, or at least the same type of free will we have? GE, I see you clipped this from a longer video, so is there any context that we were missing that makes all of this coherent? No. Basically, the only things that I cut, like I listed out before, were empty spaces, shit that just didn't apply to the main topic of the video, and then reading Bible verses. And I mean, Quentin, I know that I didn't put the original video in there. I can put the original video in the description, and you guys can compare. The only things that I took out were were categorically those things. Anyway, time to chill. Hey, you. Yes, you. You right there watching right now. Have you clicked the like, share, and subscribe button? Of course you have, because you know that makes the AI overlord look favorably on GE, and you want that. Also, the AI overlord is Satan. YouTube is Satan. That's why their icon's red. Obviously. Now, have you considered joining the Skeptic Mafia if you can? It gets you some cool things like emojis, like the whale peeing, worth the price of admission, to be honest. Come on, who wouldn't want that? A somewhat regular podcast where GE finds some ridiculous ass articles and gives his opinions, and KC will rant too. You know, honestly, it's mostly KC talking about shit. She has a lot to say about the dumb shit I find. Also, you can help choose the Friday video and make comments like this where GE will read out pretty much anything you type, such as Star Trek is better than Star Wars, and if you don't agree, you may as well index at 1, just like Satan. There's more, but my shilling is getting pretty long, so we'll stop it right there. Yeah, so there's a Discord that I don't really participate in, but everybody likes to participate in it, so you can communicate with other Skeptic Mafia members there. Chrismer always has the best ASCIIs. Normally, lately, it's thick girls for some reason. Chrismer and the Derp Scroll says, I literally have nothing to say, so hey, have a unicorn chaser for what I'm assuming is going to be a terrible video, because let's face it, you wouldn't have picked it if it wasn't terrible. Anyway, your doctor prescribed anime cat girl unicorn chaser ASCII coming up. Thank you. So, yeah. Well, go ahead and lick that like button and all the buttons surrounding it. Hell, go ahead and just place your tongue on your phone or computer or whatever you're using and give it a big, sloppy, wet lick. Don't really do that. That's a little nasty. It's the only way you can fight the human malware that is currently infecting the entire planet. That's how that works, right? Anyway, if you're feeling even more charitable, go ahead and join the Skeptic Mafia, where John will pretty much read whatever you want, whatever you put up, like the entirety of the Trump's Art of the Deal. Note, he is under no obligation to actually read anything of the sort. So yeah, thanks for attending my TED Talk. See ya, Space Cowboy. I feel like whenever I hear Space Cowboy, I think of that movie with Tommy Lee Jones where all of these old ass motherfuckers get selected for a space mission or some shit and they go up there and they do something. I can't remember what the movie's about because I'm just like, fucking Tommy Lee Jones in an astronaut outfit going to space? Of course I'm gonna watch it. I don't remember it though. That's a thing. Trickster says, in a world where Satan is using knowledge and technology to create AI robots to continue his fight with God, watch as Satan and his armies use their robots to start. I feel like I should be talking in the movie guy voice, like, watch as Satan and his armies use their robots to start inflicting heavy damage, heavy casualties. Huh? Yes, on the God side, forcing God and his armies to unleash a nuclear holocaust to destroy Satan and his followers, killing millions of innocents in the process. But the destruction of Satan is far more important than the collateral damage and human loss. Make sure you stick around for the twist ending M. Night and Serling would be proud of, the Shamalama Ding Dong ending. If you know me, not so much a twist. Don't miss Devil Bots. Bots. Do all the things you need to do, like share, etc. GEKC and everyone else. I wish I could be with you, but I gotta be grown up sometime. At least this is something new. Do you think he actually believes his own BS? No, I don't. Well, so I think that he's fully involved in the theology that he teaches. And I think that he's fully committed to it. But I feel like at some point he's got to be like, this is some silly shit. Do you think they'll believe it? No problem. Michelle F says, he kind of sounds like a failed sci-fi writer. He lost me about halfway through, and all I could hear was the grown-up voices from the Peanuts. Like, womp womp, womp 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 womp, go fuck yourself. That would be kind of crazy if in the Peanuts, just a random, go fuck yourself, you little peanut shit. Like, I feel like that would be warranted sometimes. Like, I wonder if somebody has went through the Peanuts thing and, like, put together something where they actually voice the adults. Like, I don't give a shit, you little mother fucker. Just leave me the fuck alone with Jack Daniels. Michelle continues with, I was gonna try to come up with a good shill, but I barely slept, and the vaccine lady made me bleed, so my brain is mush, so insert shill here. Hey, did you know that vaccines cause you to be magnetized? Become Magneto today by getting your vaccine, just like Michelle did. Also, join the Skeptic Mafia. We'd love to have you. You get emojis, podcasts, and posts on the community tab and everything like that. So, you know. Jonathan Nichols says, we have another video by the man-child Dr. Kim. I don't know which institution awarded him his doctorate, but they should be sued for malpractice. I can guarantee you it was just a printer. There is a character in a British comedy clip show called Tim, Nice but Dim. I describe this guy as Kim, nice but dim. Although I'm not sure how nice he is. He's a dipshit. It should be Kim, dipshitty, but still dipshitty. No, he's just a dipshit. He's a little off. I can see why religious folks will be afraid of knowledge. It is through learning that people discover how nonsensical their ideas are. Also, the Bible is very anti-knowledge from the very start, so it kind of makes sense that he would go the route of technology bad, knowing shit's bad too, just trust in the Lord, motherfucker. Like, it makes sense that he would go that route. Yeah, they do. Very beginning of the Bible, knowledge is bad. He even punishes humankind for wanting knowledge. Anyways, I can see why, let's see, for Christians, it goes back to that tree of knowledge from the Garden of Eden. Yeah. Nobody should ever be punished for learning, but that is the core of the biblical creation story. Now we have the internet and tools like Google that lets us show these people, just how wrong their ancient folktales are. There is no wonder this guy is afraid of the advancement of technology. Satan lied? I don't see anywhere in the Bible when that happened. Going back to the Garden of Eden story, Satan was telling the truth, whilst God lied. Also, Satan apparently controls the air, so radio waves, television, satellites, communications, all those things that keep us connected and informed are somehow satanic and evil? Well, not necessarily, just that Satan controls them. Somehow. Devils inside technology. That might explain Microsoft Windows with all of its uninvited updates and blue screens of death. Also, that little paperclip fuck from Microsoft, he can burn in hell, and he probably is Satan incarnate. Yeah, fuck that paperclip. Oh, she likes him. The paperclip guy's maybe all right, but he's definitely Satan. Usually I try to back her up no matter what. Like, yeah, that guy's cool, but I mean, he's a paperclip. He always pops up asking the same shit, and every time I gotta be like, fuck no, you little shit, get away from me. You know, there's no reason to compare Sander to the paperclip, okay? He asked me to help him with things. The paperclip's like, hey, I know better than you, motherfucker. Want me to help you out? Condescending little fuck. Anyways, devils inside technology. That let's see. I ditched all that when I switched to Linux. He can animate an image. I guess I'd better cancel my subscription to Disney Plus then. Kim really hates robots. What has he got against poor C-3PO, R2-D2, or Data? Well, it's probably the robots that you fuck, not the ones that you see on TV. It's the ones that... Yeah, but can you fuck C-3PO? KC said anything's a dildo if you're brave enough, so I guess we all know where C-3PO's hands are going. Okay, the first two are called droids, and the last is an android, but there isn't much difference. I wonder if Kim has a cell phone. If he does, I would suspect that it's probably not an android. Jonathan Hanachak is next, just simply saying, dumbass. I feel like that's a Red Foreman reference. Gary White says, oh no, not this moron. How many times do I have to bang my head? Can't wait to hear what he has to say. to say sorry about the long comment, but I feel like putting my head through a wall. Thank you there, Gary. I appreciate your comment. Drew's book review says, can I just say that I love this concept? Robots controlled by demons. That is just so cool an idea. Think he will mind if I steal it for a book I could hypothetically write one day? I just recently finished reading a book called Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, which deals with this idea that robots cannot be human, and because of that, they are a threat to us and should be destroyed. The idea being that robots or androids are incapable of expressing true human emotion, thoughts, and ideas. After reading that book, I actually felt bad for the androids. I guess that makes me even more evil, and I am sure Dr. Gene would agree with that. The funny thing here is that he is saying that robots or AIs incapable of having the ability to make choices of free will. This is becoming more and more not the case at all as AI continues to advance in progress. Like in Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? I personally believe that one day will come where an AI android or robot thank you, Quentin. AI, android, or robot will be virtually indistinguishable from any other person. I guess this is where the demonic possession would come in for our good doctor here. I guess only time will tell. Also, it really does sound like he is saying that access to knowledge, technology, and information is satanic. Well, I'm happy to be one of Satan's minions and continue to have access to all this tech and knowledge. Anyway, heathens, keep on reading until next time. Yeah, and honestly, the newest iteration of the Battlestar Galactica, well, I guess Battlestar Galactica in general, kind of highlights this with the humanoid robots because like they advance to the point where they are indistinguishable from humans, and that's kind of like one of the major themes of the entire show is the fact that this quote unquote 13th tribe of humans exists out there and just nobody knows about them and everything. So it's kind of interesting. But in any case, that's going to be it for the it's going to be it for the show tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I did. I got to get some pizza in me because I'm a fat ass. And I guess I will see you heathens next week. I appreciate all the super chats that we got, like Quentin's super chat, who says, "Can you fuck C3PO? GE, be careful. This is the internet. After all, I'm sure there is art of that out there." I agree. There is probably art out there. Is Rule 34. If it exists, there's porn about it. So definitely there's porn of C3PO, probably dome fucking R2D2 or something. I don't know. Nobody send me those kind of pictures. I don't know if that's out there. I'm just saying that it probably is. In any case, that's going to be it for our stream tonight. I really appreciate all of you heathens being here, staying here, listening to the Skeptic Mafia comments. You guys are awesome. I will see you guys next Friday. If you want your shot at choosing the video that we pick next week, then please join the Skeptic Mafia. I'd really appreciate it. I know the Skeptic Mafia would really appreciate it. I mean, they mention it all the time in the comments. So please do. And I will see you heathens later. Don't forget to stand up and use your voice. Bye, heathens.